Kim Fixes Things here. How are you doing today? We have a special challenge for me. Campo is working on the Z sled. He's doing some LED lighting, but I am working on this special 318 update refresh. Got it opened up, right? And we're gonna do some cleanup and whatnot. These are press fit wrist pins, and I would like to be able to pull them out with our press. And we were able to do it with slant 6 pistons. We made a special sort of fixture to hold the piston. If you press this while the piston's sitting on something, you'll warp and distort this piston. We don't want to do that. So we made a fixture that holds the rod. So you push the pin out of the rod and the piston just kind of floats while you're doing that. Obviously the pin and the piston for a slant 6 is different sizing, so we have to make a fixture that will work with this. I have an old lawnmower blade, and I'm going to try and make a wrist pin removal fixture or installation fixture from a lawnmower blade. These obviously is worn out, but they're sort of like spring steel, so they should be pretty strong. I think I can weld it. The worst thing that'll happen is it'll fail. You'll know that it didn't fail because I show you the video. Or maybe it will fail. I don't know. Tell me in the comments, will I be able to do it or will I fail? All right, it's going well. We have used our angle grinder with the wafer cutting bit to cut this off, okay? And what we did is we used the factory hole, blade hole, and we just trimmed down the edges a little to make it nice. We have gently worked this opening out to where the piston will slide right on there. It's tight, and we might need to give it just a little more, but I mean it's pretty close now. Proof of concept. See, the piston, it is free floating, but the rod is supported. So now we just need to make like a stand that holds it up, that we can press against. I might even leave it pretty long so that the rod can rest on it. This is just a divider plate so that the clamp can hold this. These are spacers because this piece of the blade that goes in here, you'll see it when I pull it out, but it's a little bit curved, so I'm using these as shims so that you see this fits in here just right, just right, and we're gonna just tack it, and then I can take all this stuff off and weld it solid. You'll see in a moment, but that's how I got it all set up. Still just using lawnmower blade parts and clamps. All right, I found a couple of extra donor blades, and they are going to be the structure that supports while we're pushing from this direction. So I had to cut a little notch because these welds were a pain and I didn't want to dig them back out. So I'm just gonna weld in there and along here and back here and a little bit here. And this, I know this slides in and out, and you see I got the clearance to make that work, and hopefully that will be enough. There'll be 2 of these. Maybe I'll make one that comes to here, and I don't know. I'll do more if I need. We'll see how hard this. I don't know how much force it's going to take to push that pin through, but this is a good start. I'm going to actually duplicate this before I weld it in. Now that I know it's the right size, got my magnet and a couple of shims to line everything up so that it's you know, perfect, good enough. Here is the version 1 prototype, as seen on TV. It's got the spacing there. The piston fits in there. It sets on the rod. And when it's setting in there, the piston does not in any way contact the other metal, although it's real close to the rings there. Anyways, it sits there right in its little spot, just fine like it should. Everything is free. We can move it a little forward if we want, but I think if we pull it all the way back, that gives us the most support. It could fail if this metal isn't rigid enough. It could bend down I put another piece inside there, you could see, so that the bottom legs don't try and spread. If the bottom legs try and spread, I could put another piece here, I suppose. I don't think I need it. It's definitely very strong. It's like a little shelf there. All from a couple of these that were, you know, thrown away. They were used up. Yeah, it's kind of like spring steel, so it's pretty strong, and it seems to have welded good. I don't know, those welds they're garbage welds, but you know, I didn't even clean all the old lawn clippings off of it, so it kind of burned a little bit, but I think that's strong. Okay, we've got the press moved out of the corner. As you can see, it's sitting there. So I'm going to set you up so you can see what's happening, get you in close, and let's see if we can get this wrist pin popped out of here. This is just version 1. Let's hope it works. We'll go from there. I don't know. I might put a little heat on it if it needs some persuasion, but I really don't want to heat this aluminum too much because I want to try and reuse these pistons. Although, you know, I've looked at the cost of replacing the pistons, and I want to keep this really budgety, very budgety. It's just a 318, but I mean, I want to do some experiments on the crank and the rods and everything. Okay, on to it. 20-ton central machinery, hydraulic press with a socket and a plate, and then a piece of thick-walled tubing. Should be more than strong enough. I think the weak link is still going to be the stand, but it's settling in a little bit. We still, oh no, it's getting tight. What's it hitting? It's hitting the, no? Take this slow for the first one a little bit here. Move it forward just a little bit. Yeah. We want that piston to stay free. We don't want to stress it. Okay, come on now. Work with me here. It's still moving. Good. Still moving. Oh, it's getting tight. I don't know where it's getting tight. Something's pressing against, putting pressure against the piston here. Okay, it's hitting down here. Just a smidge. So we don't ruin that piston. Okay, this is what you learn this kind of stuff on a 318, not on a Hemi or something crazy like that. See, we already put a tiny nick in that piston. I don't want to hurt nothing. I'll dress that up and it'll be fine, but can't have that. So this little edge right there needs dressed down. I'll get it with the grinder and I'll be back. Okay, I put a bunch more clearance on the legs. If it bends down that far, I think at that point I'll have to admit that there's too much flex in this metal, and I'll have to come up with a better something stiff, more stiff, if that's what it's doing. I can see it's definitely, just keep track of this part. As long as it's free here, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. This, okay. Come on, just give me the, what am I hitting now? Come on. Please, no. Oh, it's bending real fast. I think it's just not strong enough. Is it not strong enough? What's it hitting now? It's just this is sliding this way just a bit. Let's try repositioning. I don't know guys. This might do it or it might not. That was the pin moving, but now see, now it doesn't. What happened here? Something's stopping it from, it's not free anymore. I think this moved a little bit and now it's binding. I just want to make sure that it's not, is it hitting the leg? No, it's this. I'm gonna need something to center this so that it doesn't, because it's binding right there. If I really force it, I can make it move against this. A little bit over. Oh, this isn't the right size. Okay, it's pushing there. That's no good. Did we mess this up? No, it's still smooth. Okay, this socket's a little bit too big. It's actually getting in there. All right, so we need to find a socket that's the right size for this. We got this. We got this. I could probably use a dial caliper and find a nice thick wall socket to get that in there. I'm gonna do it now. Use the inners here. All right, and now we'll just go. We won't even look at the number. We'll just lock it down. 980. This is just a little undersized. Fits in there. It's not gonna jackknife in there. It's good. And we can put that on there and that on there so that we don't have to pump our arm a million times. And that will resolve our binding issue. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and hurt you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. There it goes. Is it still loose? Come on. It's getting a little tighter. What's going on? Okay, the socket's a little bit. It's moving, that pin, I think. That pin's got to be moved. That pin's moving. And this is tight, but it's okay. It's not pressuring it. Woo! Yeah, it's still moving. It's good. All right. With a lawnmower blade, people. Feel the power. All right, I got to get a longer socket. But look, it's down in there. It was all the way that far in there now. So we're halfway down. No heat. No heat, people. Just press. And the press wasn't working hard, but this is definitely a little sketch, but yeah, that does the thing. Slightly longer socket fits in there. You know, it's not too tight, but it's in there where it needs to go, and then we don't have to go very far. We've got this set up, rig up on top, and let's get it the rest of the way out of here. That'll be our first pin with the new jig. Make sure we're not tight. It does move a little bit, but now the pin's moving. No heat whatsoever. It's not even straining. I mean, I could tell it's pushing pretty hard now. Is it going through? It's coming out the hole in the bottom. You're gonna have to just trust me on there. These plates that it's sitting on, they have different shapes, and I put the hole right here, and yep, we're good. Here, I'll give you the close up over here. There you go. That, my friends, come on out of there. That is how you remove press fit wrist pin with a lawnmower blade. That's all it takes. A welder and some scrap steel and a 20-ton press. That's it. It's a short video. I'm not going to show you me taking them all out. It's just going to be a repeat of that. And hopefully it is uneventful, or I might mess up a piston, but that's how you learn. I'm going to take this and modify it into a race quality polished rod, hopefully. I'm going to practice on it. That end looks heavy as all hell. I don't think it needs to be like that. So does this end. So I'm going to use some of the tricks that I've seen watching some tuner videos, and we are going to, I don't know, take a few grams out of there. Then we'll try and get it all back together without wrecking anything. Thanks for watching. I'll have more videos on this build as they come. It's going to be a slow thing. It's sort of a background thing when we're not doing other stuff. So thanks for watching.